So South Africa is taking COVID-19 vaccines to the rest of Africa. The vaccination rate on the continent remains very low, with only about 7.5% of Africans fully vaccinated. Well, the lack of resources such as electricity will, however, make this mission a challenge. Joining us now live from Burkina Faso is Ms. Amsatou Salambereof from the organization Power for All. Thank you so much, Amsatou, for your time, and good morning to you. Let's talk about this. Quite, some progress we're seeing here. Positive news coming from South Africa in terms of distributing COVID-19 or at least vaccines within this COVID-19 pandemic. But let's start here. Vaccine equity in Africa. How much of a problem and a challenge is this still in the province? I mean, in the continent of Africa we're seeing?
Hello, everyone. I'm Amsatou Salambereof, country manager for Power for All in Burkina Faso. I think it's the great news that you start making a vaccine. But what I wanted to say is that it's a great news, but there is a big issue. There is a big issue because, in Africa, there are a lot of health centers, and the area is big. To join some health center, you need 1 day, and the issue is how to carry this vaccine from the production to the population in this area.
Now, with that being said, Amsatou, I mean, we know that South Africa will soon be distributing COVID-19 doses to African countries. This to obviously fast-track the slow vaccine rate we're seeing within the continent. But what are some of the other challenges are we foreseeing here, even with this progress? Even though this is good news, what could still make this distribution challenging?
The fact is that a lot of health centers don't have light. They don't have power. And you know that the vaccine have to be in the cooler, or they have to be in a refrigerator, because they have to be refrigerated at the production to the use. So that is the challenge, because a lot of health centers don't have light, they don't have power, and you see it's difficult to carry the vaccine in the good way to join the health center.
Yeah.
And it's why Power for All is working in Burkina Faso to help the government setting up a national plan for electrification of the health centers.
And I understand that your view, Amsatou, is that decentralized renewable energy is the answer to this problem.
Yeah, right.
Please elaborate more on that.
Yeah, in Africa, what we have a lot is sun. We have a lot of sun, but sometimes in our countries, the power distribution is the duty of a national company, and this national company use fuel to give power to population. And sometimes this national company is don't have a lot of finance, a lot of fund, a lot of technology to cover all the country. So it means that in the rural area, we don't have power, we don't have light, we don't have long time for health for the population. And because of that, it's difficult to carry products and to carry vaccines, especially to this area. There is area in our country for which we have to spend 1 day to join this area, and sometimes it's not easy. So with power, we can use sun, because we have it a lot, so we can use sun for solarization. We can use solar cooler, we can use solar refrigerator in this health center. And that is why we are working closely with the government in Burkina Faso to set up a national plan to make solarization in the rural area for the health centers. And Power for All is working too in West Africa, in East Africa, in India, and in West Africa, in Burkina Faso for that.
All right, well, we'll leave it then. I appreciate your time in speaking to us. And also, thank you, Amsatou Salambereof from the organization Power for All, for sharing, of course, what work you're doing to ensure that vaccine equity, of course, reaches all, especially in rural areas and parts of the continent.